sadness, exhaustion, a loss of interest in things you once enjoyed, excessive eating, just don't want to get out of bed in the morning. In certain situations, these can all be symptoms of depression. But I've said them in a way that applies to everyone, because everyone's who I want to buy Hordeolus, a prescription medication that will maybe do something to a few of you. Depression is a serious medical condition that can be diagnosed by only your doctor. You and she will discuss your options, and if medication seems like the right choice, you'll try a variety of these flavorless candies. Over a long period of time, together, you'll find the specific dose of the specific chemical that helps you. And we'll put those chemicals in a candy that doesn't taste like anything, so you might as well swallow it whole. But even with the latest medical technology and the best circumstances, we don't know what chemical pellet is right. We're basically throwing what we think are darts in a pitch black room at a target that only maybe exists. But I'm hoping that if I show you a bottle of these brain chemicals near pleasant things, you'll learn to associate my chemicals with pleasant feelings, which will eventually result in a placebo effect that makes you believe that you need my product. I mean, helpful pellets of chemicals to feel joy. Hordeolus. Flowers. Cute little doggies. Sunshine over flowers. Hordeolus. Smiling yourself to sleep. Just flowers again. Hordeolus. Now, no one knows exactly how depression works, so I drew up some fun little neuron cuties which will allow me to speak way too simply about it. Toby, roll the cuties! Here's a reductive representation of the inside of a brain, and here's depression setting in. This guy's sadness cloud is dark and scribbled, so it looks bad. Bad like how you feel. But because no one really knows how depression works, nobody really knows how antidepressants work either. Although, if we were to venture a visually interesting guess, we'd say that our pellets of chemicals push the sadness cloud away, making room for happiness balls. We made those yellow. Human beings react to bad weather by instinctively conserving energy and avoiding social situations. But I'm going to imply that this is a symptom of a medical condition, even though it's not necessarily. And compare that to this. Seems a lot better, doesn't it? Maybe if you take Hordeolus, the weather will change. But you know, it won't. Again, only a doctor can diagnose you with depression. And if my drug, that I patented, is what you need, they'll probably help you find it eventually. But if the only people who bought my patented brain chemical pellets were ones who needed it, I wouldn't be as rich. Luckily, we live in a society where expressing emotions is seen as a weakness. So some people think that occasionally being on the unpleasant side of their emotional spectrum means there's something wrong with them, even though there isn't. If that sounds like you, please badger your doctor into ordering you to buy a monthly dose of the brain chemical pellets, which I have patented. If you're worried about side effects, don't worry. They can just include an inability to have sex or eat or sleep. These chemicals can even give you depression, which is figuratively the definition of irony. And we have no way to anticipate what the side effects will be because, again, we have no idea how these things work. I want you to buy my patented drug and go through all these terrible things I just mentioned, even though you might not even need to.
Talk to your doctor before trying any new medication, and please don't mention this ad because marketing prescription drugs for emotional disorders directly to patients like this shouldn't be legal, and we don't want to call any undue attention to what is clearly a failure of pharmaceutical regulations.
And yet a rousing success of pharmaceutical lobbying. Try Hordeolus. It will definitely do something to you. Oh, by the way, I'm Roger.